Hello, welcome once again. So now we are into module 3, which includes CSS, that is styling the web page. So let's quickly run into our code. So now, before we proceed to styling our web page, let me introduce you guys into the 3 stages of styling. That's what we call an inline styling, internal styling, and external styling. When I talk of inline styling, I mean the styling that's happened directly inside the HTML attribute or HTML element. For example, I have my H2. If I want to apply inline styling, I can have something like width and then font size, let's say 20 pixels. And you can see it. So I can say color blue. And you can see it there on my browser. So these are inline styling. The styling that happens inside the HTML element. Why when we talk about internal styling is the styling that we we perform inside our HTML file under the word head section. So we can see something like style still inside the HTML file under the head section. I can choose to select this one called H2. So when I say H2, I choose to select font size. I can choose family, font family, this, and then font size, let's say 25 pixels, and then color to be this. So in this case, this is what we call a selector, a CSS selector. That's the one that targets the particular HTML element you want to style. Now here is what we call CSS declaration. These two, which include a property and a value. So here is the property name, and then here is the value. But the two are called declaration. So declaration consists of the tag name, or you can call it the selector, and then the declaration, which include the property and the value. That is for CSS internal styling. Now, when we talk of the external styling, we talk of when we have a different CSS file. When we come here and have index.css. So now we can have our styling here. We can have our styling here. And here we can now make our selector, that is H2. And we can say font family to be this, then font size to be this, then color to be this. Now, but if you observe something, nothing is being affected on my browser, right? So the one of the most unique thing of external style is that you have to come to the browser and link it. So for example, what we are going to do now, we're going to link our CSS style. So you can see rel style sheet, then href, we put the link of the style page or the CSS file. So you can see now this is being included in our browser. So that is all about external styling. So the other one is internal styling, another one is inline styling. So proceeding from here, but we are not treating external styling. I want us to focus on what inline styling for now. So we can move with this. styles, I can choose to declare any type of style. First, let me style my container, the parent container, which is dot container, and that is the selector on its own, and set to give it height of 500 pesos, then width of, let's say, 100%, then text align, center. Now I can highlight the selector H2. I can decide to give it the style of my choice. Let's say font size 30 pesos. And font family, color, I have blue. Now the next selector is the P element. So we can give it font size of 18 pixels, or let's say 15 pixels. And then the next selector, we can say font style to be italic. So the next selector we have is the H3 element, and H3 element is all about font style. Let's say font size should be 20 pesos, and fonts family should be this, and so on. So we have the span element. We can give the font size to be, let's say, 10 pixels. And remember, CSS is all about cascading style sheet. It styles according to the descending order. So all this style will be applying. So if I come here and choose and pick this selector and give it a different style, automatically that style will override this one. And with this, we have come to the end of this section. See you in the next video.